And that will help the Delaware comeback cause. They'll step it off. Well, they're going to talk things over. That's rather moot, though. Pat McKee comes over and tells the official, move the football, would you please, Mr. Brandt? They mark it 15, down to the 17-yard line. Personal foul call against the Rams, helping Delaware. The pass had gone incomplete. Roughing the passer, I guess is the official terminology. Guy D'Arienzo, who had a key reception in Delaware's last touchdown drive, flips to the far side. Here is the give to Cason. He needs a block on the corner, and he's not going to get it. Coming up quickly, that's fine. Defensive halfback, the captain for Westchester, Joe Maida, and he bumps Cason out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Cason managing to pick up a little bit better than 4. We'll call it 2nd down and 6. The ball at the 12-yard line of Westchester. And the clock really not moving much at all. 10 minutes, 22 seconds remaining to be played. Merklinger is the wingback right. He's coming back in motion. Here is B.J. Webster. He wants to fake the football, and he's grabbed high and thrown to the ground. Good defensive stop made on him by John Menino. He's the left side linebacker. He's a sophomore. He got a hold of Webster's shirt and tosses him down. Webster did penetrate inside the 10-yard line, down to the 9, where it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 3. Merklinger comes out, higher, checks in. Here's the give. It is to the fullback Reeder. 1st down. Got the last couple of yards, the important yards, Howard, going backwards.
Reeder was hit at the line of scrimmage, and he just turned around and just bowled his way backwards and got the extra couple of yards.
Those couple of yards gave Delaware what they needed, a 1st down at the 5-yard line of Westchester. Timmy Slagle is checking into the offensive unit for the Hens. Reeder goes out. I don't think he was hurt at all, maybe just jarred a little bit on the preceding play in which he picked up the 1st down. Webster looking, passing, touchdown! Pontiakis, Steve Pontiakis has the reception, and Delaware has closed the gap even further. It is now 35 for Westchester, 25 for Delaware. Lots of time, 9:09. Howard, we wrote Delaware off maybe at the tail end of the 3rd quarter, but have they come back?
What do you mean we, Kemosabe?
I thought you'd say that. Again, Delaware goes for the 2. Here is Webster. He's going to pitch it to Merklinger. Merklinger needs a block. He's got the 2. Trying to make the stop on him was Everett Lewis, but he ducked under Lewis, and he's got the 2, and it's now a 7-point ball game. Westchester 35, Delaware 27. It's an 8-point ball game as we recheck the score. Thank you, Howard. And we'll be back with Delaware's kickoff in a moment. Here we go. We are back to action at Delaware Stadium as Delaware is charging from way down. And this time, Gasson boots it high and deep. And as you can see, Holmes said, forget it. We'll take it on the 20.
I think on that last Delaware touchdown, Len, the Hens took advantage of Pontiakos' size. He's 6'4", tight end. And Webster just threw the ball over the defender.
That's exactly what he did. He put it up high, and Pontiakis went and got it. 35-27, 9:09 remaining to be played here in the 4th quarter. It's been a great first game for both teams. I'll explain that in a moment. Here is Irving. He's struck behind the line of scrimmage, and down he goes. Making the stop, Gary Cannon. Let me elaborate on that greatness. Westchester has done a lot of things very well. Their offense has put plenty of points on the board. Their defense has played well throughout the first half and most of the third quarter. But B.J. Webster got things rolling when he came in, although he came in and then was taken out again. But when he re-entered the football game, he got the Hen offense rolling. And it has not stopped here in the fourth quarter. The loss is 3, back to the 17. Second down and 13. Horrocks. He wants to throw. He delivers it. It is almost intercepted. Or is it intercepted? No. It was juggled. It was juggled as Pulaski went for the interception. Looked like he might have it and then could not hold on. Almost intercepted, and that would have given Delaware a great opportunity to tie this football game up. It goes as an incompletion.
Remember what we were talking about before the game started, the heat factor and the fatigue and the fact that Delaware was a little bit deeper? I think that's starting to show right now.
Good point. Third down. Clock stopped on the incompletion. Third and 13. Horrocks. They're going to try and draw. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Coming quickly to make the stop is McHale. He just shot through real quick and made the stop on the ball carrier. Joe McHale, the linebacker. And Westchester is going to have to punt it away. And still better than half of the fourth quarter remaining here at Delaware Stadium.
I think Delaware's coming.
They've been coming. Here is Becker. It's almost blocked. Becker goes down. No flag. James is going to get away from the football. He's going to let it bounce to the 48-yard line of Delaware. They'll down it there. Westchester 35, Delaware 27. We'll be back.
WNS-TV, Wilmington, Newcastle.
Running the offense, and he is tackled from behind. Good defensive stop. Fine pursuit by that fine right side linebacker of Westchester, Paul Nanny. He's a junior, 6'2", 210-pounder. And he got Webster as Webster went down the line. And we have a blue hen shaken up on the play. 3 is the pickup. But we've got a blue hen down. And it is quarterback B.J. Webster, and John Spar comes back in. Didn't get exactly the greatest reception in the world. Spar with some problems as the starting quarterback. Webster doing a fine job coming off the bench. He has pulled Delaware within 8. He is up on his feet. And Dr. Roy Rylander attending Webster, and here is Spar back in now at quarterback. Second down and a little better than 7 from the midfield stretch. Spar's going to try to get it all. He's going to throw it weak. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted far across the way by Maida. Maida back to the 40-yard line, and he goes down. Or did he go down? Spar having the football slip off of his hand. Maida made the interception.
The Delaware fans are booing Spar, but James fell down before the ball got there. Had James stayed on his feet, I think he would have caught the pass.
Here is the interception that thwarts Delaware this time around. Westchester will have the football just inside their own 40-yard line. Split back, Irving and Ulrich behind Horrocks. Here is Horrocks keeping the football, and he's got close to 5 as he dives forward up near the 45-yard line. They'll say he went down at the 44-yard line. Charles Bryce made the stop on him. Bryce has played a fine second half of football. He made a couple of key defensive stops earlier that got Delaware's defense fired up. Second down, long 5 at Westchester's 44-yard line. Horrocks, blitz is coming. Horrocks is down. Coming on the blitz, Pulowski. Check it, Jimmy Newfrock. Or was it Pulowski? No, we've got a brand new performer in the defensive unit for Delaware. It is Joe Quigg. And I've got to check myself. Joe's the starting linebacker, and he's been there. We just haven't had opportunity to call his name before, but we called it big that time as he got Horrocks back at the 35-yard line. 3rd and 15. Horrocks, straight back, pressure. He dumps it off. Holmes has got the football. Holmes to the 50-yard line. He fumbles the football, and Delaware's going to recover it. Sean Riley has the football for Delaware. Holmes giving it up, fighting for extra yardage, trying to achieve the first down up at the 50-yard line as he had crossed the 45-yard line. Riley recovers the football. Now let's see who comes on to run the offense. Well, I think you can tell by the crowd's reaction. We don't have to tell you a thing. It is B.J. Webster. He has rallied Delaware from way back. They trail it at 35-27. 5.5 minutes remaining to be played. Webster throwing the football. He's got Hammond. Hammond's got a first down and more as he's inside the Westchester 40-yard line at the 38-yard line. Grundy, slow to get back on the field for the Rams. He knocked him out of bounds. The receiver, Hammond. 1st and 10. D'Arienzo is now in replacing Hammond, and he slips out of our picture to the near side. Webster rushed, throws the football, and it is almost intercepted. Almost intercepted. The official right on the spot says no. And giving him a little bit of an argument, but finally giving up the football is Everett Lewis. Lewis juggling the football as he went down. Had the ball go on the ground. Incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 38-yard line. Webster this time. Here are flags thrown as the ball is fumbled. Merklinger dives back on the football. 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage now. Let's wait and see. Illegal procedure is the call against the Hens. It's been a great comebacking effort, Howard, but I'm sure, as far as everyone is concerned, at least all of those who are rooting for the Blue Hens, it has not been enough.
Not yet. They're still 8 points short. 32 points is a long way to come back. A long way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 5:20 on the clock. 5-yard step off on the illegal procedure call. Back to the 43-yard line of Westchester. Webster straight back this time. He steps up. He's throwing it long. Throwing it for James. It's batted in the air. Is it intercepted or not? The official says yes, no. Interception. Joe Maida. Joe Maida makes the interception. He's the captain. He's the outstanding defensive performer in the secondary. And again, Maida saved the day as Webster comes up a little bit short, and Westchester will bring the football out to the 20-yard line. The Delaware defense will be asked to stop Westchester once again. Great opening game action, Howard. I don't think anybody would think that Westchester would jump out to a 35-3 lead as they did, but maybe conversely nobody thought Delaware could come back the way they have either. Here's Horrocks, the quarterback. He wants a couple of first downs right now. He's going to give it to Irving, and Irving is stacked. As the mass is there, Hautenschild is one of the blue shirts to grab him. Bryce is also there, I believe. It is Charles Bryce. He replaced Eric Leach at left defensive tackle here in the second half and has played a fine football game. 2 is the pickup, and it's a scant 2. We'll call it second down and 8. But the clock is running now. That is the ally of the Golden Rams. Here is the pitch to Irving. Irving trying to buy some time, and they just throw him under back inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Newfrock put the heat on him, and then he had plenty of assistance. Quigg, Bryce, Vaughn Dickinson, they were all there. Ken Pulaski was also there putting on the pressure. The loss is back to the 17. It'll bring up a third down and 13 situation. And the Delaware defense has done its job here in the late going. The offense still has a little bit more to achieve. Horrocks needs a big third down play. He's going to give it to Holmes. Holmes is hit right at the line of scrimmage by the captain of the Delaware Blue Hens, Greg Robertson. Robertson getting there just about the same time the football did. Holmes goes down at the 15-yard line, and it'll bring up a fourth down punting situation. Do you think the Hens will be coming, Howard?
I imagine they will. 15-yard line, 3:44 left. They want the ball in as good a position as they can get it.
And it'll be up to Ronnie James, if Becker can get it out there, to make a decision on whether handling the football, letting it roll, fair catch. He's had an up and down afternoon. Becker standing back at the 1-yard line. He knows that the pressure is going to be coming. Almost blocked as they get there, but just a little bit too late. James at his 40. Cannot get away. Fumbles the football. Westchester is going to recover the football at the Delaware 30-yard line. Westchester with another turnover. Making the recovery is Jim O'Donnell, reserve junior linebacker, in with the punting team. And Ronnie James gives up the football. Tough break for James. And Westchester will have it at the Delaware 30-yard line. Ulrich. Holmes. Check it. Irving behind Horrocks. It is going to be Ulrich. No, Horrocks is going to keep it and be buried. Sean Riley just falls on Horrocks back at the 31-yard line. 3 minutes, 19 seconds. And the clock running. Delaware trailed 35-3. B.J. Webster got them rolling, but they haven't quite rolled all the way. Horrocks throws the football. Is it caught? Flag is down. The official says no reception. There is a flag drop at the 28-yard line. Hines, the tight end, trying to make the reception. And he's happy about the circumstances. He walked by the official and clapped his hands, evidently trying to indicate that the flag is going to go against Delaware. And it is. So forget the incomplete pass. Westchester, I'm sure, will be taking the penalty. Len Holmquist, Howard Gessner at Delaware Stadium, and it's been a great opener. Next week, I'll be in Colonial Williamsburg as Delaware goes on the road to face William and Mary. The step off is to the 21-yard line. 10-yard holding penalty against Delaware. And it is first down for the Golden Rams. Horrocks is the quarterback. He's been there all day. He's going to pitch it to Irving. Irving picking his way nicely along the near sideline. He's got himself 5 yards before he's forced out of bounds by Kenny Pulaski, the free safety with help. Pick up close to better than 5 yards as they mark the football inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's a 7-yard pickup. It'll be second down and 3. So Delaware's comeback effort may be coming up short. Westchester looking on now to add an insurance touchdown if they can. Here is Irving, and he's going to go nowhere. Fumble. Let's see who's got the football. Delaware. Delaware has the football. Was it Robertson? I believe it was Greg Robertson who came up with the fumble. Well, I'll tell you, Howard, in this heat, in this humidity, we've had a lot of fumbles, we've had our interceptions, and you could probably expect it. Put that all together, the heat and the humidity, with the first game jitters, and you could expect it.
Delaware's turned the ball over 5 times, 3 times on fumbles, twice on interceptions. Westchester's only turned it over twice, and both were fumbles. This is the second one right here.
Webster will run the show from deep in his own territory. 2:35 is left on the clock. Webster's throwing the football. He throws it behind Hammond, and it's almost picked off. Hammond had the ball go off his hands, and almost picking the ball off was Mark Mustin, the trailing defensive end. Mustin not able to come up with the reception, though, or the interception. And it's second down and 10. Clock stops on the incomplete with 2 minutes, 30 seconds exactly remaining to be played in the football game. Hammond out of our picture to the far side. Webster needs time, throws the football. He's got his receiver, Hammond. Hammond to the 30, to the 35, and he dives forward to the 38-yard line. Hammond quickly off his feet by that defensive end, Mark Mustin, but he bounces up quickly. He knows the clock is running, and he needs to get back into the huddle. And Delaware is exercising a timeout. There is a timeout on the field. Scoreboard shows 2 minutes, 21 seconds remaining to be played. It is Westchester still in the lead, 35 to Delaware's 27. And score their first victory over Delaware since a long time ago. Delaware outscoring Westchester by 555 points to about 118 or so over the last 15 years, and they've just manhandled Westchester for the most part. But Westchester hoping to get most of it back here this afternoon. As far as these young men playing for the Golden Rams are concerned, they'll get it all back. All 15 years right here if they can hold on. Here is Webster. Slipping down is Hammond. Trying to make his cut at the 42-yard line of Westchester. Hammond slipping down. And the pass goes incomplete. Clock stopping on the incompletion. Howard, nice to have you aboard here for Delaware football 1983. I'll tell you, it's been a great opener. Great opener.
More than anybody could have expected, to be honest with you. Of course, the highly partisan crowd would have been happier if the score were reversed, but game's not over yet. There's still 2:16 left.
And Delaware trails by 8. Second down and 10 from their own 37. Webster needs the blocking, throws the football. He's got D'Arienzo. D'Arienzo's down. Unfortunately, could not keep his feet. Falls down at the 45-yard line of Westchester. The officials moving the chains quickly. And they start the clock. 2:07 it says, and it's running. D'Arienzo splits to the far side this time. Merklinger is the wingback on the right side. Webster trying to get one more. He throws it to Merklinger. Merklinger out of bounds. Smart play by Merklinger. First he thought about trying to get downfield. When he saw the white shirts coming in on him, he quickly stepped out of bounds, stopping the clock.
His first thought was out of bounds. Then he saw he had a couple of steps. He took them and then went out of bounds. He got an extra couple of yards.
41-yard line is where the football will rest with the clock stopped on the out-of-bounds completion. 1:52, 35-27. Westchester leading Delaware, but the Hens trying to come all the way back from a 35-3 deficit. Double wing formation. Slagle is the fullback. Webster throwing the football, and it's going to be intercepted. Maida makes his third interception. It bounced off one blue hand, and then Maida made the interception. Joe Maida, just an uncanny guy at being at the right spot at the right time. They herald him as All-American caliber for Division II football, and what I've seen this afternoon, this weekend against Delaware, he deserves it, Howard.
He's doing a heck of a job, like you say. It's his third interception, but I'll tell you, if I have to pick a star of the game right now, I got to give it to Paul Nanny from Westchester. He's done a heck of a job up front.
Nanny, Jacob, Corbo, Lechner, Mustin, they've all done the job when they had to. Delaware has only one timeout left. We have 1 minute, 43 seconds remaining to be played. Westchester tried to achieve the big upset. They came in here about a 3-4 touchdown underdog, and now the Rams evidently have taken too much time or are going to be hit with an illegal procedure call. Well, there are the Blue Hens hoping to open up the 1983 campaign on a winning note, but it was not to be. 35-27. Maybe I still speak too prematurely, but the Rams, with Delaware only able to stop the clock once more with a timeout. They only have one timeout left. They can chew up the time. Here is Holmes. He's breaking tackles at the line of scrimmage, and he bursts out over the 40 to the 42-yard line. Not quite enough for a first down. He'll be about 5 yards short. Second down and 5 will be the call. But the clock runs, and Delaware needs the turnover right now. They've benefited some from Westchester turnovers. B.J. Webster came in and got the offense in motion. The defense had its problems early, but they have played better here in the fourth quarter. And here is the give. Just straight ahead goes Irving. Workhorse halfback for Otto Neidinger at Westchester. He goes ahead for a couple. That's not the important thing. The important thing is running the clock. Charles Bryce made the stop. For all of you keeping those kind of statistics. Under 50 seconds. Clock running. Third down. Delaware needing to stop Westchester here. It's third and a little better than 3 from the 42-yard line. Here is the give. Holmes is not going to have the first down, and now Delaware is going to have to quickly stop the clock or it's going to run out on them. The Hens do stop the clock with 29 seconds left to play. Here is Holmes limping just a little bit as he goes back into the huddle. Now he's going to come off to the sideline. Westchester will punt the football away, and you know that Delaware's coming this time, Howard. No doubt about it.
Yes, they are coming, and they have to. They've got to block it, because if Westchester gets any kind of a decent kickoff, Delaware's going to be well inside their own territory. Of course, any kind of a run back notwithstanding, but they're going to be around their 30-yard line, between the 20 and the 30.
Well, the key now is to put the pressure on, and if it is kicked away by Becker, Ronnie James has got to hold on to the football. Here they come. Not getting there is Quigg. James is going to take it at the 22, and he is going to be hemmed in and down at the 23-yard line. The white shirts were there. One of those down very quickly was Mike Gillen. And he helped to put the pressure on James. Delaware will have 19 seconds in which to go 77 yards from their own 23.5-yard line. Webster will come on and try to get something going long. Of course, he wants to go to the sideline as well if he can't hit anything long. You can be looking for Westchester to play way, way deep, and they are playing way, way deep. Sean Niles is 25 yards deep in the secondary. Webster throwing for Hammond. It is almost intercepted. Almost intercepted again by Maida. Joe Maida, who has just played one super football game for Westchester, he almost made the interception again as the white shirts were back there as Hammond went long.
That ball was about 10 yards over Hammond's head, and there was 3 white shirts there, 2 others in addition to Maida.
We are 13 seconds away from a major upset. Westchester in the lead by 8. They streaked out to a 35-3 lead before Delaware could come back. And it's just 13 seconds from being a complete major setback for the Blue Hens. Here is the pass intended for Merklinger. It's tipped away by the man charging up in front of Merklinger, Everett Lewis. And the clock now shows 8 seconds. The only, well, you always look for silver linings in a situation like this, and I'm sure if you're Tubby Raymond, the thing you're looking for right now is the fact that he may have lost the ball game, it may have been a major upset, but Howard, he may have found his right starting quarterback.
He also put 24 points on the scoreboard in 1 quarter. Yeah, you're right. B.J. Webster may very well get the call to start the game next week.
And next week, William and Mary is the opposition on the road. Here is Webster. He's throwing the football, and he throws it short, trying to hit Hammond up at the 45-yard line. And the clock shows just 3 seconds. There is B.J. Webster. He has done yeoman work here in the second half. Gave way to John Spar as the starting quarterback, but when Spar could not get the offense moving, Webster came in to replace him. He's a junior like Spar. Webster is shorter. Spar 6'3", Webster 6 foot, and he's a little lighter in weight, 189 pounds. 4th down, of course, Delaware will have to go for it, and before they can even run the play, we are going to have an offside call against the Blue Hens as the line judge comes in to make the penalty call against the Blue Hens, marking the football back to inside the 20-yard line. Otto Neidinger and the Westchester Rams. Major upset here at Delaware Stadium on the opening Saturday of the 1983 football campaign. And the Blue Hens, runners-up in Division I AA playoff competition last year, are going to have to regroup. Here's one final shot by Webster. He's going to throw it to Ron James. James gets away from a couple of men. He is still fighting for yardage, but finally down. The clock has run out on the Delaware Blue Hen comeback effort. The final score here at Delaware Stadium in Newark, the Westchester Golden Rams have defeated in a shocker the University of Delaware Blue Hens, snapping a 15-game consecutive losing streak to Delaware. The final count, 35 for Westchester, 27 for Delaware. We'll be back. There were lots of people milling on the football field. We thought the football game was over, Howard, but in among all those people was a little yellow hanky. We had a face mask call on that last pass completion that gave Delaware a first down. The call went against Westchester. Delaware does have one final effort here from the Westchester 46-yard line. So hold on. Let's see if Webster can take them long. Webster going for it all, throwing for Cason, and it's broken up. Broken up by you-know-who. Joe Maida. One more time does it for the Golden Rams of Westchester. Just a whale of a football game for Maida, and a whale of a football game that we broadcast to you. As Delaware does go down to defeat once again, we'll wrap it up for good this time. 35-27 is our final count, Howard. Westchester.
This is University of Delaware football, sponsored by Bank of Delaware, Delaware's bank. Delmarva Super E Plus, the most valuable addition to your new home. And by Reichly, distributors of fine skiing equipment.
Hello, everyone. This is Len Holmquist at Carey Stadium on the campus of the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia, where this weekend the University of Delaware's Blue Hens, stunned a week ago at Delaware Stadium by Westchester, dropping their home opener 35-27, will try to rebound against the William and Mary Tribe. William and Mary last week opened up with a victory on the road, defeating VMI 28-14. It's a great weekend for football here in Colonial Williamsburg, and we'll be back to bring you the starting lineups and also have the kickoff for you in just a moment.
Super E Plus, a new symbol for excellence in energy-efficient homes. For years, home buyers have needed a program that certifies energy-saving construction. So Delmarva Power, with the help of builders and architects, has developed Super E Plus. The result? Year-round living comfort, high resale value, and money-saving efficiency. To find out more, contact your Delmarva Power District office and discover the benefits of Super E Plus.
Tyrolia presents the new Total Diagonal System. Today's skiers demand the most advanced equipment. The new diagonal reflex toe and the Tyrolia diagonal heel work perfectly together as a total system. Step up to the performance of Tyrolia's Total Diagonal.
Here at William and Mary in Colonial Williamsburg, the University of Delaware Blue Hens getting set to receive William and Mary's opening kick. It'll be number 53, Stephen Lucas, kicking off for the Indians, who like to be called the Tribe. So we'll refer to William and Mary as the Tribe. Delaware will have two deep to the far side, John Cason, to the near side, Chris Pyer, and they're standing inside their 5-yard line. Lucas is ready to kick it off. Not very deep. Cason. Cason is out over the 20. We'll wait for the spot of the football. John Cason returns the opening kickoff. He's out over the 20. Spotted down at the 21-yard line. They get the 22. And Delaware will put it in action with this offensive backfield. B.J. Webster, number 11 at quarterback. Dan Reeder's the fullback, 33. Cason sets up to the near side. Now he's going to shift back. And Hire will set up as a wing back on the right. 1st and 10 from their own 21. Cason picking his way nicely. The pile surrounds him as he crosses the 25-yard line. And Cason on 1st down from the 21. Around his own right end. He's got close to 5. It'll be 2nd down. We'll call it 5. This time Hammond splits to the near sideline out of your view. Now he's going to pull in tight, and Pontiacus goes to the right. Here is the give to Reeder, and Reeder just dives forward, going over his own right side behind the blocking of Mark Rossi, 61, the right guard, and the center, 66, Pat McKee. And he's got a couple, a tough earned couple. We'll call it 3rd down and 3. The ball at the 28-yard line of Delaware. Opening series for the Hens here at William & Mary. Reeder. He dives forward, but he's going to be short of a 1st down. Coming through nicely for the Tribe and helping to make the initial hit on him was Calvin Trivers. He is the cornerback on the right side. Trivers, a sophomore, 5'9", 175-pounder. Delaware is short. They'll have to punt it away. Mike Anderson on to do the punting for Delaware. Twin safeties for William & Mary. Fair catch is signaled, and the football is taken in at the 39-yard line. The fair catch given by Mark Kelso. And William & Mary will take over with their field position for their opening offensive sort. The backfield, number 7, Stan Yagiello at quarterback. The tailback is number 34, Dave Scanlon. The fullback, primarily a blocker in the William & Mary offensive set, is Bobby Wright, number 30. And the wide receiver is 37, Mike Sutton. Jeff Saunders splits into the tight sideline. And that's Glenn Bodner, the tight end, setting up here to the near sideline. Yagiello, Scanlon. Scanlon has some running room as he's out over the 45-yard line, just over the 45-yard line, before he can be brought down. Jimmy Newfrock was one who assisted on the tackle for Delaware, and Sean Riley was also there. Scanlon on the 1st down carry. Check it, Bobby Wright on the 1st down carry. Picks up close to 7 yards. 2nd down and a long 3 from just over the 45-yard line. Yagiello, he has his man across the middle, and making a fine reception is Dave Scanlon. He's the tailback. He's got the reception, and William & Mary has a 1st down as they cross into Delaware territory. The football mark at the 49-yard line. 1st down and 10. Opening drive for William & Mary. Delaware unable to put a 1st down together after taking the opening kickoff. Saunders is in the slot to the right here. Yagiello wants to screen it. He's got Wright. And Wright has got himself some yardage. Check it, Scanlon. Scanlon is the tailback. He is a senior, 5'9", 160-pounder. Wright is considerably taller at 6'2", 185 pounds. Scanlon with the reception. Gets 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3 for the Tribe. They opened a week ago on the road, defeating defeating VMI, did William & Mary, 28-14. Quarterback Stan Yagiello had a great first game. 3 touchdown passes, better than 260 yards in the air. This is Scanlon diving forward, not able to reach the 1st down mark as Sean Riley trips him up. It will be close. And they are going to ask for a measurement and have the chains brought in. Across the front for William & Mary, the tight end is 19, Glenn Bodner. The left tackle is 68, Ray Bisquette. They stretch the chain. Just short by a couple of yards. 57, Mario Schaffer is the left guard. The center is Bob Solerich, 65. 58, Lee Glenn, the right guard. Chris Huge, and he is huge at 6'2", 250 pounds. He's a senior, number 76 at right tackle. And the split end is 9, Jeff Saunders. He's a junior, 5'8", 165-pounder. This time, Ron Gillum is in as the split receiver, and he is to the far side. Split back behind Yagiello. Yagiello's just going to dive for it. First down. Nothing fancy about it. Just taking it over his own left guard. That's the blocking of Mario Schaffer. At 6'1", 260 pounds. Plenty of momentum up front. Going against the Delaware defensive front that has Vaughn Dickinson, 87, at an end. 55, John Gannon at the other end. The tackles are 74, Eric Leaks, and 99, Jeff Haudenschild. And as I speak, Leaks is out. Charles Bryce, 97, is in at left defensive tackle. 1st and 10 from the Delaware 38-yard line. Scanlon, right, check it. Wright carrying the football, has a little bit of room as he penetrates close to the 35-yard line before the Hens come across to stack him up. Vaughn Dickinson sliding down the line. He helps to make the stop.
There is a Pat Mercury marquee with Delaware license plate 192.
Ball spotted at the 36-yard line of Delaware. 2 is the pickup by Bobby Wright, the fullback. Now this time twin receivers to the far side, to the top of the screen, Saunders and Bodner, and here is Yagiello. He pitches the football off to Wright. Wright had his knee go down, and the officials are going to say that he was down. I don't know whether he went down and then got back up and caught the pass or not. He did slip down initially, but that was before the ball was thrown. Let's take another look at it and see if he did slide down. Yagiello, here's the slip, and they're going to say that his knee was touching as he caught the football, and it is a loss on the play as the football is placed back at the 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd down, better than 12 for William and Mary. Yagiello has a receiver wide open on the sideline for the first down. Great reception. Just a great route all the way, taking in the football. His wide receiver, Mike Sutton, he just went down about 8 yards, cut to the sideline. Yagiello delivered the football, and we have a flag on the play. So let's wait and see. The officials ruling on the pass to Bobby Wright that he was touching the ground with his knees when he brought in the football. Now the discussion, the pickup was to the 21-yard line. That would be good enough for a first down for William and Mary. Yagiello talking it over with the referee. Blocking. Illegal block by Delaware. And William and Mary says, forget it. They had the big pickup on the pass reception to Sutton from Yagiello, putting the football at Delaware's 21-yard line, where it will be 1st down, 10. Saunders to the top of the screen. That's to the far sideline. Right directly behind quarterback Yagiello. Scanlon, nothing. Haudenschild in there quickly. Haudenschild busting through to make the stop on the ball carrier Scanlon. Scanlon at 5'9", 160 pounds. Haudenschild at 6'3", 235 pounds, and he comes across quickly from his defensive spot on the right side at tackle and makes the hit. They lose to the Indians about a half yard. We'll call it 2nd down, better than 10, close to 11 at the Delaware 22. Here's the counter. Scanlon gets away from one man, cannot get away from a second. Holding on is Mike Harris. Mike Harris, the quarterback on the left side. He makes the stop. Scanlon does have yardage close to the 17-yard line, bringing up a 3rd down, 7 for William and Mary. First quarter action at Carey Stadium on the campus of the College of William and Mary. Both Sutton, the wide receiver, and Saunders to the far side. Split backs behind Yagiello. Pressure. Yagiello's down. The Hens have got him. Wrapping him up is Joe Quigg. Quigg making the stop on Yaghiello, dumping him back at the 24-yard line on a 3rd down and 7, and that will bring up 4th down and 13. And coming on to set up for a field goal try is Brian Morris. He will hit the football from the 30-yard line. He will have a trailing wind. It'll be a 40-yard attempt. Hits it. It is floating to the near side, and it is no good. It is no good. Morris's kick to the near side, and it is no good on his 40-yard attempt. Delaware will take over with a 1st down, and we have a blue end shaken. It is Charles Bryce. Bryce shaken at the 28-yard line. First quarter action here at William & Mary. No score, Delaware and the Indians of William & Mary College, and we'll be back in just 60 seconds.
Hello and welcome to H.A. Winston's. At H.A. Winston's, you can enjoy a variety of warm and comfortable atmospheres, whether for dinner or for cocktails.
The menu features our world-famous onion soup, fresh salad,
Don't forget the free salad card.
and Italian specialties, fresh seafood, and fine chicken delicacies.
Top off your meal with one of our homemade desserts.
The friendly and courteous service invites you to relax and enjoy yourself at H.A. Winston's.
100 Elkton Road in historic Granary Station, Newark, Delaware. Won't you join us?
In today's world, old values are still important. Values like hard work, dedication, and attention to detail. A belief that results are important, that people deserve service and reliability. B. Gary Scott Realtors believe in doing things right. Try us. B. Gary Scott, your key to a better tomorrow.
On 1st down from the 24, Dan Reeder went 1 yard to the 25-yard line. This is Cason. Cason picking his way nicely. They do hem him in and knock him off his feet at the 30-yard line. Had the initial hole, and could he have been able to cut back, would have had plenty of running room to the near side. He does manage to put the football out to the 30-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 5. Brings up a 3rd down and 4 for Delaware. Merklinger is out, and Cason is back in. Cason coming to the sideline very quickly after running the football, but he is back in. Hire sets up as a wingback on the right side. Cason. Cason, he's got the 1st down as he crosses out over the 35-yard line.
John Cason on the carry.
Delaware's initial 1st down by Cason, running strong around his own right end, getting the good lead blocks from the pulling guards, and they, of course, would be Doug Martin, 60, and Mark Rossi, number 61. Delaware's first down with the football at their own 36-yard line. Merklinger in motion. Webster wants to throw it wide open. Pontiakis cannot bring it in. Pontiakis had a shot at it at the William & Mary 42-yard line, but unable to bring in the reception on a timing pass from B.J. Webster. I think we're going to get another look at it here. Pontiakis was open. Here's the pass. Pontiakis just unable to bring it in at the 42-yard line. 2nd down and 10 from their own 36 for Delaware. Reeder chugging his way out over the 40-yard line to the 42-yard line. Reeder with a big game against William & Mary in Delaware's rout at Delaware Stadium a year ago. 62-21 was that final. And on that day, Danny Reeder had 115 yards. A week ago, in the opening game loss against Westchester, Reeder with 117 yards. Ball at the 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd down 4. Merklinger needs a block. Merklinger with some good running. He'll be close to a 1st down, but short as they do stack him up One of those doing the stacking for William and Mary was Steve Zulli, big number 99, a senior, 6'1", 235 pound. He's one of the two game captains, along with Bernie Marazzo for William and Mary. Delaware is going to punt it. Mike Anderson will do the punting. Again, a fair catch, this time at the 23-yard line. With the fair catch is Mike Kelso, and William and Mary will take over. 4 minutes and 22 seconds left here in the first quarter at William and Mary. No score in our game as yet. Delaware owns this series since the rivalry was renewed in 1976. Delaware has won all 4 times, but the Hens have had to go through life and death practically to win here at William and Mary, winning in 76, 15-13, and winning in 1987-3. Last year, of course, the rout at the stadium in Newark. First and 10 from their own 23. Here's Yellow. He wants to throw. Under pressure, he's got Scanlon. Scanlon's got nearly a first down as he falls out over the 30-yard line to the 31-yard line. Scanlon quickly out of the backfield, and Yellow not afraid to put the football in the air deep in his own territory, starting at the 23-yard line, short of a first down by 2. And we'll have another look at it. There's the reception by Scanlon. And he just gets ahead of steam and picks up a couple of more yards after taking the football. Second down, 2. Scanlon again. Scanlon, the little step back. He'll be close to and have a first down as he chugs out over the 33-yard line. The official signaling first down, and the chains will be moved here on the near sideline. Scanlon, not with great size, but good quickness. And a fine receiver to boot. 5'9", 160-pounder. Leaks is out, and Charles Bryce is in. That's at the left defensive tackle position for Delaware. Bodner, tight at the top of the screen. Yellow. Under pressure. They've got him. Down he goes. Bryce has got him, and Queer's there to help out, as Yellow is caught right at the line of scrimmage, the 34-yard line. Just a little bit too much pressure, and a great job in the Delaware defensive secondary as Yellow could find no one open. Bodner will check out, and John Nettles now checking in as the tight end. Nettles, a junior, 6'2", 215-pounder. He wears number 83, and he's setting up tight here to the near sideline. Here's the draw. Scanlon. Scanlon finally brought down deep in the Delaware secondary inside the 35-yard line. The fleet-footed scat-back Scanlon. And we're going to get another look at it. And you'll see the hole that he picks his way through very nicely. It's just a draw. And he follows his blocking very nicely, and he is going to be dropped finally at the Delaware 33-yard line on a come-from-behind tackle. First and 10, William and Mary driving here. First quarter action. We've got a new receiver in the football game, and he's got the football on the far side, and he is deep into Delaware territory. Making the reception is Michael Clemens. Michael Clemens, a new tailback operating out of the William and Mary offense. He's got the reception from Yellow, and he's got the football pushed down inside the 15-yard line all the way to the 13 as he scampers down the far sideline. Len Holmquist bringing you the action from the College of William and Mary. Carey Stadium is our location in beautiful, sun-baked Williamsburg, Virginia. Deepest penetration by William and Mary. First quarter action. Here is Clemens again. He takes the pitch. And the crowd not too happy with a little bit of roughness that was put on Clemens, but he was down and trying to break out for more yardage. Clemens is a tailback. He is not listed on our two-deep roster, but he's in there now and had a fine pass reception and has the pickup of 5 on first down. Make it 2 to the 11-yard line. Second down and 8. Wright, the fullback, tripped up as he cut back inside. Making the hit on him is Vaughn Dickinson, the left defensive end. Dickinson's a sophomore, 6'2", 218-pounder.
Hand off to Bobby Wright.
Only about a yard, pick up to the 10-yard line. It'll be third down and 7 from the 10-yard line.
7 from the Delaware 10.
Saunders spreads into the near sideline. That's the bottom of the screen, out of our view. Yagiello looking out of the end zone. Attempting to hit Wright, the fullback, swinging out of the backfield. Delaware's coverage was excellent. And Yagiello, for all intents and purposes, threw that one away on third down and 7 from the 10. And the field goal unit, once again, will come on for William and Mary. That'll mean Brian Morris to do the kicking. And Dave Murphy. We're going to have another look at this pass in the corner. Here's Yagiello rolling. Good coverage. He's just going to put it up and throw it away, throw it over everyone, out of the end zone. And Morris on to try the field goal. It's spotted. He drills it. It is no good. This time he is off to the left. He drilled the football as it was spotted at the 17-yard line. And again, William and Mary comes up empty. Morris hitting from further out the first time. That time, a 27-yard attempt. And Delaware at the end of the first quarter. Here at William and Mary, the University of Delaware, nothing. The Indians, the tribe of William and Mary College, nothing. And we'll be back in just 60 seconds.
Today, a shower of fine...
I talked to the people at Entree Computer Center. At Entree, they took the time to find out what my business needs were. They introduced me to affordable, reliable computer systems, and they even offer classes, installation, and continued service after the sale. Because the Entree franchise of Wilmington is privately owned, I received professional, personalized service from people who understood my business needs.
Every time you call, we make a fresh pizza just for you. Free delivery to your door in 30 minutes or less, guaranteed.
Domino's Pizza Deliver. Domino's Pizza Deliver. Domino's Pizza.
Ready to go at Carey Stadium at William and Mary. 0-0. This will be the first play of the second quarter. Delaware taking over on its own 20-yard line. They're going to give the football to Reeder. Reeder ripping. Reeder to the 42-yard line. Danny Reeder. He had a big day a year ago against William and Mary. Off to another fine start. Mims Hackett had to make the hit on him. Hackett sliding over from the cornerback spot, number 18. He is in on the stop of Reeder, but Reeder with major yardage, 22-yard pickup from his own 20 to the 42-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Delaware. Hammond splits into the near sideline. Now double wing formation with Merklinger setting up right. Cason in motion. Webster, Cason, nice stop, nice stick on him. The hit is put on him by number 91, Carl Wernicke. Cason managing to pick up a couple. Wernicke doing the defensive job that time from his linebacking spot on the left side. And we'll take another look at it here. Down the line, here's the pitch. Cason, and here comes Wernicke. Wernicke grabs him by the knee and spins him down. Wernicke showing his strength. He's 5'11", 210 pounds. The pickup on the play is good for 2, out close to the 44-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 situation. And we have a stoppage of play here at William & Mary. Just to go over the series record again, Delaware winning last year 62-21 at Delaware Stadium. In 1980, down here at William & Mary, they won 7-3. In 79, Delaware routed William & Mary on the home field of Delaware Stadium 40-0. And in 1976, when the series was resumed, Delaware won here at 15-13. We have a Blue Hen shaken on the play. And coming to the sideline with assistance is big Mark Rossi, and at 268 pounds. Now you know why it took 2 Blue Hens to help him off. We'll check his replacement in just a moment. 2nd down and 8 from their 44. Here's the counter crisscross. Cason, good defensive stop. Good stick by William & Mary as coming across from a linebacking spot is that Wernicke once more. Cason does manage to pick up 2, but Wernicke again sliding down, and here's another look at it, and Cason really taking a good belt for the 2nd time. The counter crisscross play, the double handoff. Cason, here comes Wernicke, and he's got him. He drops him hard. 2 is the pickup, bringing up a 3rd down and 6 situation from over the 46-yard line of Delaware. Webster draw. Reeder chugging for a 1st down. He'll be close to it. The hit is made on him. One of those first to get to him, the middle guard, Jim McKeffey, senior, 6'2", 225-pounder. But without even taking a measurement, they say that Reeder achieves the 1st down moving into William & Mary territory. The first time that Delaware has been in the Tribe's territory on the afternoon. Lots of sun, not too much heat, and not too much humidity. Nothing like a week ago at Delaware Stadium. 1st and 10. Here is Hire on the counter crisscross. Nothing doing. They are looking for Hire. Wernicke was there, and he had plenty of help that time. Guy Crittenden. And they're going to say a fumble, and William & Mary recovers it. A rather belated call of a fumble. Crittenden, the right defensive end, he stayed home. Number 14, and he makes the hit along with Wernicke and the fumble, and William & Mary will have the football at their own 48-yard line. University of Delaware football coming your way up and down the state of Delaware. This is Len Holmquist describing the action for you from the College of William & Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia. New quarterback is Dave Murphy. Murphy throws it. He's got his receiver, and taking in the pass is the tight end John Nettles quickly over the middle. It'll be a quick pickup of 5 or 6 yards as they move into Delaware territory. Murphy is a senior, 6-footer, 185 pounds. Played quite a bit last week in the win over VMI. As we have holding now called against Delaware. And it may have been right around the spot that Nettles tried to break from the line of scrimmage. He did make the reception, and the pickup was for 6. But, of course, with the holding call, a major step off coming up against Delaware. The referee marching the football to the Delaware 42-yard line. 10 yards. 1st down. So the green and gold-clad Indians, the tribe of William & Mary, with a 1st down on the penalty against Delaware. Saunders and Sutton into the near sideline. Murphy at the quarterback spot. He is going to give it to the 2nd man through, and carrying the football from the tailback spot as William & Mary coach Jimmy Laycock brings in some reserves as tailback Dave Michelow Michaelo, a sophomore, 5'11", 180 pounds, goes for 4 to the 38-yard line of Delaware. It'll be second down and 6. Second quarter action, no scoring in the first quarter. William & Mary attempting 2 field goals, one from long range, 40 yards, the other from 17 yards, but Brian Morris unable to connect on either attempt. Saunders into the near sideline. Sutton to the far side. And another running back with the football. New running back is fullback Andy Huggins, as Laycock is virtually using an entire second unit backfield. Murphy the quarterback, Michaelo the tailback, Huggins the fullback, and maybe even Dave McDowell, number 87, who is the backup wide receiver. The pickup to the 36-yard line. Third down and 4. Ron Gillum split in to the near side. Sutton is still in as the wide receiver. He's to the far side. Here's obvious motion. Flags down. They're going to go through with the play anyway. Incomplete pass, but beating the snap count just a little bit too quickly was John Nettles, the tight end. He had set up here on the right side. And flags all over the place. I might add a well-manicured gridiron here at William & Mary. A crowd in the neighborhood of 12 to 14,000. Procedure call against William & Mary. Delaware, of course, with William & Mary going through with the play, and the incomplete pass says will decline the penalty and bring up a 4th down punting situation. And that will bring on Rod Lawrence, a sophomore, 6'3", 195-pounder. Delaware will have Joe Campbell as the new return man. Say a little bit more about that in just a moment. Lawrence off the side of his foot, and Campbell is going to field the football and be shoved out of bounds at around the 12-yard line as the green shirts close in on Joe Campbell. He's the new return man. He's a junior, 5'11", 188-pounder. Coming off here to the near side, he is replacing Ron James, who had all sorts of trouble handling kickoffs and punt returns in the opening loss against Westchester a week ago. The ball is spotted at the 12-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10 for Delaware. Delaware has crossed into William & Mary territory once, but gave the football up on a fumble. Here, stopped to the backfield is Reeder. Is he ever greeted? As they are looking for him, and that is Mr. Warnicki again. Warnicki, Carl Warnicki, number 91, shooting in from his linebacking spot on the left side. The junior, 5'11", a 210-pounder, and he just puts the shoulder into Reeder, and Reeder goes back for a 3-yard loss. We're going to take another look at it as Delaware starts to break the huddle. Here's the handoff, and boom, he buys it right there. Warnicki with assistance, 3-yard loss, back to the 10, second down and 13. Cason in motion. Webster rolling. He's got room to run, and he is out over the 15-yard line before he is knocked off his feet on the far side. Ed Robinson, the backup middle guard, on the stop for William & Mary as Webster on the keeper pushes the football out to the 19-yard line, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Hens. Orlando Whaley is into the offensive set. Orlando is out of Indian River High School from Shelbyville, Delaware. He sets up tight on the near side. Cason just diving, hurdling, trying to pick up the 1st down. It'll be close. Hurdling over the pile is Cason. And we'll wait for the official marking of the football. While they bring the chains in, we're going to take another look at it. Here is Cason just diving over the pile. That is giving up your body. Quite often that pile rises up to meet you, but that time Cason able to get over the pile, but not far enough. As you can see, B.J. Webster signaling to the sideline. Now he trots off as Tony Raymond does not want to gamble deep in his own territory, needing a couple inches on 4th down, and Mike Anderson will come on to punt. Anderson, last week, punted 5 times, just under 30 yards on his average. And John Fritz, backup quarterback, is going to be the snapper. Here is a good snap. Anderson gets it off. And not fair catching the football this time is Kelso. He gets away from one man to the 45, to the 50. Here's Kelso. He gets a great block. Kelso to the 40, to the 35, and down he will go. Kelso, Mark Kelso, on the first 2 punts, he signaled for the fair catch, but that time, and looking into a bright sun, decided to take his chances with it, and he gets a fine reception as he trots off to the far side. Good return by Kelso from inside his 45-yard line to the 32-yard line of Delaware. Here come the Indians. Here is Kelso's return. Picking his way real nicely. And he's going to get a great block here on the corner that will spring him for another 5 or 6 yards. Before down he goes. We are back to live action and struggling and fighting with the football to make extra yardage. His fullback, Bobby Wright, on a first down carry from his own 37-yard line. He is close. 32-yard line is where they put the ball in play, and he is close to the 26-yard line of Delaware. That's a quick pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Stan Yagiello is back in at quarterback for William and Mary. He gives the football off to Scanlon, the tailback, and he just slithers for a couple. And then the Blue Hens are there to greet him. Captain Greg Robertson out of Seaford, Delaware, in on the stop. The ball pushed to the 23.5-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1 for William and Mary. Second quarter action. The clock shows 8:05, and it is running. No score. Gillum splits into the near side, out of our view. This is the tailback, Scanlon, and he's diving for the first down. He's got it easy as he penetrates inside the 22-yard line of Delaware.
Bobby Wright carries for the Indian first down.
Correct myself, Bobby Wright on that carry, and he will stay in the offensive set. And checking in now is Jeff Saunders. Ron Gillum checks out as William and Mary has picked up a first down at the 21-yard line of the University of Delaware. The Indians down close twice in the first quarter, unable to score. Driving again, 1st and 10 from the 21. Yagiello, pressure now, and he throws it away. The intended receiver was right on the far sideline, but the pressure was coming in the form of John Gannon, the defensive end, on the right side as Yagiello looked over the line of scrimmage, and Gannon gets his arms up, and he forces Yagiello to throw the football away. William and Mary opening a week ago with a 28-14 win on the road against VMI. Saunders splits into the near sideline. Sutton is wide right. Yagiello's going to throw the football, and he's got his receiver. Coming out of the backfield to make the reception, Andy Huggins, the backup fullback. He makes the reception, penetrates inside the Delaware 20-yard line, all the way to the 17-yard line. Pickup of almost 5 of the play, brings up a 3rd and long 5 situation for William and Mary. William and Mary on offense for quite a few minutes here in the first half, as Delaware's offense has been sluggish, just as it was a week ago in the first 3 stanzas against Westchester. That's before B.J. Webster rallied them for 24 points. Here is Yagiello throwing, reception by Bodner. Touchdown, yes! Glenn Bodner, the tight end, all 6'5", 220 pounds, takes the touchdown reception from quarterback Stan Yagiello. It goes down to the books as a 17-yarder, and Bodner is overjoyed, happy with himself. And I'm sure, certainly happy. We're going to take another look at it. Here is Yagiello rolling, look back, Bodner, actually almost a tight end delay, and then he gets out of a couple of tackles, goes in for the score. Jimmy Newfrock falling on him, but too late, and William and Mary has struck first here. And here is a fake. Murphy rolling. He's under pressure, and he's not going to get the pass off. Or is he going to get the pass off? He does get the pass off. This is rather a prolonged two-point PAT try. The pass was good. It was brought in by Brian Morris, who came on to kick the extra point, but Murphy, trying to pass for two, finally does hit Morris. A rather lengthy two-point PA attempt that does go for nothing, and William and Mary leads it here at 6-0 over Delaware, and we pause for 1 minute.
Never thought it would happen to me. All those years in pro competition, I was in good shape, and then one morning I woke up with terrible chest pains.
I knew what it was.
When Earl had his heart attack, he was a champion. Bowler of the Year for 3 straight years and winner of 30 titles. Just a few months after it happened, he was back on the pro circuit again because he did what everyone should do when they have a heart attack. He had someone take him to the hospital right away, where he received prompt care and treatment. Later, he started a reasonable exercise program under a doctor's care. He didn't try to do too much too soon.
I feel so good now, and I feel like a rookie again. And I guess that's what I'd like everybody to know. A heart attack can change your lifestyle, but you can come back. You can be a winner again. You can strike out heart disease.
Stephen Lucas ready to kick off for William and Mary following their touchdown, 17 yards. Glenn Bodner on the reception. Cason at the 5, 10, 15, 20, out over the 25, and out over the 30-yard line before he is finally induced to go down. The stop on him by Mims Hackett, number 18. Cason returning the football from the 5 out to the 28-yard line, and Delaware will take over. William and Mary leading Delaware here, second quarter action with 6 minutes, 56 seconds remaining till halftime. There's the score, William and Mary 6, Delaware nothing. Here is Webster back. Throws. No. The reception is made by Hammond, but the official right on the spot says no, he is out of bounds when he brings in the football here at the 40-yard line. Webster drilling it, but just a little bit too late. As Hammond ran out of real estate at the 40-yard line, it'll go down as an incomplete pass.
Second down 10 from the 29.
Merklinger is checking in. Heyer is checking out. That'll be at a halfback spot for Delaware. Second down and 10 from their own 28-yard line. And now Webster doesn't like something as he comes up over center. He's going to come to the sideline, call a timeout, and talk with Harold Tubby Raymond. Delaware trailing here in Williamsburg to the College of William and Mary, second oldest college in the country. Colonial, historic Williamsburg. And now Webster checking back into the huddle after his rather short visit on the sideline with Tubby Raymond. Delaware wasting a timeout here with 6 minutes, 48 seconds, 6:48 until the end of the first half. William and Mary scoring on the 17-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Stan Yagiello to Glenn Bodner. Kind of a delay by the tight end, checking at the line of scrimmage for a count or so, and then breaking, and Yagiello hit him. And Bodner broke out of a couple of tackles with his 6'5", 220-pound frame and goes in for the score. Second down and 10, 28-yard line. Delaware's offense not able to get on track so far. Webster's going to throw it. He is going to drill it, and Hackett makes a fine defensive play as he steps Just to the side of Hammond, gets his left hand in and knocks the ball away right at the last split second. Mims Hackett, he's a junior. Cornerback on the left side, a 6-footer, 185-pounder. We're going to have another look at it here. And watch how quickly Hackett reacts. Here's Webster. He throws it. Hammond is there, but Mims is there too. 3rd down and 10 as we go back to action from the Delaware 28-yard line. 3rd down and 10. Merklinger in motion. Reeder over the 40. He's got the first down for Delaware as he's out over the 40-yard line to the 42-yard line. Stop made on him by linebacker Jim McCuffey, the middle linebacker, but Reeder picking up real estate, picking up a first down for Delaware at their own 42-yard line. Len Holmquist bringing you the action from the College of William & Mary. Delaware in arrears here, trailing 6-0. William & Mary scoring the last time they had the football. Touchdown pass, 17 yards. Webster going long. Pontiakis has got the football. Pontiakis with the reception. No! The official says no. And Pontiakis appeared to have the clean reception inside the 20-yard line. Let's take another look at it here as the Hens huddle up. Webster rolling. He's got time. He throws it.
From the 42.
Now you judge. Down he goes. The official takes a look. And the official said no. It'll be 2nd down and 10. No reception by Pontiakis. 2nd down and 10 from their own 42. Webster. 45. Stepping out of bounds here on the near side at the 47-yard line. Pickup of 5 by Webster, who did just an outstanding job a week ago rallying Delaware for 24 fourth-quarter points. Not enough as they lost to Westchester in the opener at home, 35-27, in a ball game that stunned those who follow Delaware football. Westchester having not beaten Delaware in some 15 years or so, but they turned the trick a week ago. 3rd down and 5 for Delaware from their own 47-yard line. Merklinger, he's diving, looks close to a first down. He has the first down as they mark the football at the 47-yard line of William & Mary. Merklinger, the scat back with those chunky legs, 5'6", 194-pounder. 5'6", 194. Hammond will split to the far side. 1st and 10 for Delaware at the 47 of William & Mary, and Merklinger will set up as the wingback here on the right. Webster drills it. Hammond, he's got it. And he is knocked off his feet. Down around. They're going to say that William & Mary came up with the football. Now, we'll have to check the replay on this one. Hammond had the reception, evidently had the ball stolen away from him. Webster throws it. Hammond has definitely got it. And they are going to say that he gave up the football, and there were a host of green shirts around it. The Delaware adherents not too happy with the call, and there are plenty of them here. Close to 3,000 journeyed down from Delaware for this meeting. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line of William & Mary on the turnover. Yellow wants to throw. Going for it all. And it is intercepted or out of bounds. Intercepted. No interception. The official first signaled an interception as he pointed that Delaware would have the football. But it just goes as a long incompletion. Yellow drawing it long. Pawlowski looks like he may have the interception, but evidently he is out of bounds as Harris goes back there with him. 2nd down and 10. At the 32-yard line. Yellow again. Quigg is after it. Quigg's got him. Joe Quigg blitzing in from his linebacker spot on the right side, and he buries Yellow back at the 27-yard line. That'll be a loss of 5 Joe Quigg bearing down on Yagiello. His sights on number 7, and he stuck him good, and down went Yagiello for a 5-yard loss. And the Delaware fans continuing to boo that turnover designation by the officials of just a couple of moments ago. Saunders splits into the near sideline. Yagiello says, I want to talk things over on this 3rd down and 15. There is a timeout on the field. With the score, William and Mary 6, the University of Delaware's Blue Hens, nothing.
To be my wife. I wanted a special engagement ring. I went to Continental Jewelers. They showed me a lot of diamonds and settings so I could see for myself why some diamonds are worth so much more than others. At Continental, they're professionals. They give an accurate gem lab analysis on any diamond so you're certain to get quality, and they spend the time to make sure you're satisfied. I was proud to give Karen a ring I knew was special from Continental Jewelers.
In today's world, old values are still important. Values like hard work, dedication, and attention to detail. A belief that results are important, that people deserve service and reliability. B. Gary Scott Realtors believe in doing things right. Try us. B. Gary Scott, your key to a better tomorrow.
Wave and Mary facing 3rd and 15 for their own 27-yard line. Yagiello under pressure. Howdenshield's got him wrapped up. Jeff Howdenshield, and for the 2nd play in a row, Stan Yagiello under the rush. First it was Joe Quigg, and then Jeff Howdenshield. Howdenshield coming in from his defensive position on the left side that time, and Delaware has pushed William and Mary back inside their 20. And Lawrence will have to come on and punt it. Campbell is the deep man for Delaware, standing inside his 40-yard line. Lawrence gets it off. It's a high driving kick. Campbell at the 37. Dives forward after the 45-yard line. That's an 8-yard return by Joe Campbell. Stealing the football, and Delaware will have excellent field position here at 4:04 to go until halftime. With the ball on their own 45-yard line. 2 super standout defensive plays in a row. Yagiello sacked twice. Joe Quigg the first time. Jeff Howdenshield the second time. And then the punt. And the Blue Hens will operate. Here's Heyer setting up as a wingback right. Back in motion. Webster throws it. Reeder down the near sideline here, and he's got running room for a first down into William and Mary territory at the 43-yard line. First down for the Blue Hens. Reeder just quickly out of the backfield, taking the reception by Webster. And a quick first down for Delaware. Counterattacking now against William and Mary. The Indians on top here at 6-0. Hammond splits to the far side. Merklinger is the wingback now, setting up right to the near sideline. Webster. Hammond's got the reception, and this time he holds on at the 24-yard line. Unable to strip the football away from him was the free safety, John Phipps, number 13. And this time Hammond holds on to the football as Delaware moves deeper into William and Mary territory. We'll get another look at it.
Hammond on the reception, he runs the pass.
Webster rolls. Having just a little bit of a problem, but Delaware will have 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line of William and Mary. 1st and 10. Their deepest penetration. Going for it all. Heyer is there. Touchdown. Chris Heyer falling down. And with the cover man also falling down with him, makes the reception for Delaware's touchdown. And the Blue Hens have tied it up here at William and Mary. The count is 6 for Delaware, 6 for William and Mary. Unable to knock the pass down is Mims Hackett, the quarterback. Gasson is on to attempt the extra point placement. Mike Lane is the holder. Good snap. It's spotted. Looks extra point, and we are knotted here at William & Mary. 3 minutes and 24 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. Delaware 6, William & Mary 6, and Gasson will come on to kick off for the Blue Hens. So finally on the board for the first time, their first touchdown in the first half on the season, unable to score a touchdown in last week's opening loss to Westchester. That final count, of course, 35-27. It was a stunner. Stunned everyone in the Delaware Valley. Again, here at William & Mary, Delaware has knotted it up. William & Mary scoring first on a 17-yard touchdown pass from Yagiello to Glenn Bodner. But the touchdown pass is good from B.J. Webster to Chris Heyer with a falling down reception in the end zone to knot it up at 6-6. Gasson's extra point try that would have put Delaware in front. No good to the right. Let's take another look at the touchdown reception by Heyer. Webster throws it. Watch Heyer. He is falling down and makes the reception as Hackett falls over him. The official says, yes, 6 points. And Delaware has tied it. Gasson kicks it off. High, end over end. Kelso. And he is stacked and does not get out to the 20-yard line. He'll be up short at the 24-yard line.
Stand on the quick return. Speed front on the tackle.
Check the return man now. Michelow making the return. And they are spotting the football at the 15-yard line. Making the hit on him for Delaware on that return was Steve Butts, number 57. So William & Mary operating from deep in their own territory. Yagiello is the quarterback. Wright and Scanlon in the backfield with him. Wright, not much, as he just piles into the stack. Number 58, Sean Riley, along with help, Howdenshield. Wright pushes forward out to the 19-yard line. Pickup of 3. It'll be second down and 7. Sunshiny day here in Williamsburg. There had been a forecast of rain, but we have nary a cloud in the sky. Bright sunshine, crowd of 12 to 14,000. Yagiello wants to talk it over on the sideline with head coach Jimmy Laycock. And William & Mary has asked for and is receiving a timeout. This series between Delaware and William & Mary renewed in 1976, and Delaware has won all 4 times since then, winning last year 62-21 in a ball game that featured the hard running of fullback Dan Reeder. Reeder with 115 yards last year. Last week against Westchester in the opening game loss, Reeder up over the 100-yard mark as he went for 117 yards. Stan Yagiello had a big opening day against VMI as the Tribe defeated VMI 28-14. He passed for 3 touchdowns, 262 yards in the air. He also scored a 4th touchdown on a run. Just about set to go here. And Yagiello ready to put the football in play. Second down and 7 from just over their own 19-yard line. Here's the cut back to Wright. Wright stumbling forward, knocked off his feet initially by Vaughn Dickinson, and he stumbles out close to the 25-yard line. They'll put the football down at the 25-yard line, and he will come up, he being Wright and his company offensive unit for William & Mary. Third down and 1 from just inside their own 25. Saunders splits into the near sideline. Sutton, the wideout, to the far side. Yagiello wants to throw. He drills it quickly, and he has got his receiver. That's Sutton, and Sutton will have enough for the first down. As closing quickly with the coverage for Delaware was Mike Harris, but it is enough for a first down out over the 25, out over the 30-yard line to the 31-yard line. So, new series of offensive downs for William and Mary here. We're knotted at 6-6, second quarter action in Williamsburg. Clock shows less than a minute and 45 to play until halftime. Yagiello, he has the time, drills it, intending for right here on the near sideline, but incomplete is Newfrock.
Second down, 10.
Along with
31-yard line.
number 19 for Delaware, Joe Quigg. Just flared out with Wright, and Wright did well to just let the football drop to the ground for the incompletion. That'll bring up a second down and 10. The University of Pennsylvania provides the opposition next weekend at Delaware Stadium for the Blue Hens when they return home. We'll be there, of course. Yagiello. He is under pressure, fumbles the football away, and decides to drop on it as Haudenschild was coming over very quickly. The ball knocked away from him by Gannon, who put the pressure on him, number 55. Yagiello, having the football fall out of his hands, decides to drop on it as Haudenschild came up quickly on him. And William and Mary will face a third down, and the loss is substantial back inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. It'll be third down and 17. Saunders splits into the near side. Sutton to the far side. Wright and Scanlon are back with Yagiello. Yagiello, time. Now they close in on him, and down he goes. The white shirts are there, and there were three of them. Haudenschild, Gannon, and finally getting up off the pile for Delaware is Vaughn Dickinson. Delaware says, we want a timeout. We'll keep it right here as Delaware asks for a timeout to stop the clock. It shows 43 seconds remaining to be played in this first half of football, which for the most part has been a defensive stand off. Delaware scoring the last touchdown on the pass reception. B.J. Webster to Chris Heyer, a great falling down catch. Covered as well was Heyer in the end zone. William and Mary scoring first on the 17-yard touchdown pass from Stan Yagiello to his big, rangy tight end, Glenn Bodger. Rod Lawrence will be standing back to punt it away. Delaware will have three men deep. Jimmy Newfrock, I don't think he's too used to running back punts, but Newfrock is back to this side. Harris is back to the far side. And Joe Campbell is the deepest of Delaware's return men inside the 35-yard line. Ready to go. Lawrence to punt just outside of his own end zone. The Hens are going to let it hit. Newfrock falls on the football. Has it come off his body? And William and Mary, I believe, has the football. Well, I just said that Jimmy Newfrock, not used to running back punts, got a little bit too close to the action. He wasn't going to try to field the punt. He was going to try to block for return man Joe Campbell, but the ball up off of him, off of Newfrock, and there were two or three green shirts from William and Mary quickly there to cover it in Delaware territory at the 48-yard line. So the punt return game continues to plague Delaware here in the early season. They had their problems a week ago, and they have their problem here. Clock shows 35 seconds. William and Mary will have one timeout left. They have already used two here in the first half. Yagiello looking. Now he's going to run. 40, and down he goes, just sliding in as the white shirts were covering him quickly and falling on top of him for Delaware.
40-yard line.
And now William and Mary wants to get up quickly and get going. Jim Pulaski falling on Yagiello at the 40. Yagiello's going to just take the football and throw it out of bounds. That stops the clock, of course. If you were to say who he was throwing to or ask who he was throwing to, it was Mike Sutton. Maybe Mike Sutton's friend sitting up in the stands as Yagiello, all he wanted to do that time was stop the clock. That was a second down and 2 at the 40-yard line of Delaware for William and Mary. They have no timeouts left to the Indians, and they have 12 seconds left on the clock till halftime in our 6-6 tie. Both teams scoring here in the second quarter after a scoreless opening stanza. Yagiello takes his time. He's looking over his Delaware's defense, and now he's back. Has protection, throws it short, and for the first down, yes, making the reception is Bobby Wright, and bringing in Wright was Captain Greg Robertson from his middle linebacker spot at the 36-yard line. Clock shows 4 seconds, and now taking the last timeout that they have here in the first half, William and Mary says, let's talk it over and see what we can come up with from our own, or rather from Delaware's 37-yard line. Sunshiny day here in Williamsburg, Virginia. Colonial, historic Williamsburg, and many of the Delaware fans journeying down on Friday to take advantage of the great September weather and all of the fine historic attractions here in the Virginia area surrounding Williamsburg, and Williamsburg, of course, itself. Close to 3,000 journeying down from the first state to take in the game firsthand. And early on in this second quarter, following a reception, or what we thought was a reception by Hammond that turned out to be a turnover for William and Mary, the Delaware fans let the officiating crew know their displeasure with the call. They thought that Hammond had the reception and was down, but the officials ruled that the ball was stripped away from him, or he fumbled it. Yagiello has to go for it all. The clock sounds. Here's a tip. It falls harmlessly to the ground. The ball was in midair when the horn sounded, ending the first half as Yagiello put it up, but there were plenty of white-shirted blue hens back on defense, and we have reached the end of the first half of play between Delaware and William and Mary here in Williamsburg, Virginia. William and Mary 6, the University of Delaware 6. William and Mary going for 2 points after their successful touchdown pass from Yagiello to Glenn Bodner. Delaware's field goal try.
Master teacher Cynthia Paris for talking with us. I'm Michelle Schiavone for the University of Delaware.
We are set to go to begin the second half of play here. Delaware and William and Mary tied at halftime 6-6. Gasson kicks it off, and it'll be Saunders at the 2. To the 10, jumps one man, but cannot jump a second as he is nailed, absolutely nailed on the play by Steve Poliakis in with the kickoff team for the University of Delaware, and he ever did nail Saunders, and they will mark the football down outside the 10-yard line at the 12-yard line. First and 10 for William and Mary, just underway, third quarter action. It's a 6-6 ball game. Sutton to the far side, Saunders to the near side. Those are two wideouts for quarterback Stan Yagiello. Scanlon, the little tailback, not much going. As the Delaware defense reacts quickly, Joe Quigg is there with assistance from Vaughn Dickinson. Yagiello in the first half of the ball game threw the football 16 times, completed 10 passes for 86 yards, 1 touchdown reception. Bodner, the touchdown maker for William and Mary, with the 1 reception for 16 yards, close to 17 yards. The pickup is just 2 on the first down play, bringing up a second down and 8. Scanlon again. He's got blocking, and Scanlon picks his way nicely out over the 25. Before they close down on him, he'll be close to a first down, shy by about a yard. Pulaski helps to make the stop. Jim Pulaski, the strong safety, the senior, 6 foot, 181-pounder. His twin brother, Ken Pulaski, is the free safety, a senior 6-footer, 181 pounds. They are identical twins. The Pulaski twins, that's safety for Delaware. First down can be made by William and Mary with about a foot pickup out over the 26-yard line. Wright is the fullback, but Yagiello is going to throw the football, and he's got his receiver Sutton, and Sutton is thrown out of bounds by Harris. But the reception is made, and Yagiello, with short yardage needed on the third down play, decides to go to the air, rolls out, has a little bit of pressure put on him, but drills it. And it's first and 10 for William and Mary from their own 44-yard line. Yagiello drilling the football for that first down completion. Saunders to the near side. And Sutton sets up at the wingback on the far side. Here's Yagiello. He's going to throw the football out of the backfield. Is Wright. Wright trying to squirm his way free, but he is tackled low and held on to as he crosses the 45, gets to the 46-yard line. Mike Harris makes the stop on him for Delaware, the cornerback on the left side. Second down coming up for William and Mary. They scored in the second quarter first, and then Delaware retaliated with a touchdown pass to Hire from 24 yards, thrown by B.J. Webster. Webster 4 out of 8 in the air in the first half. Pickup is 3 to the 47-yard line. Second down upcoming. Here is that fleet-footed tailback, Clemens. Clemens gets away from one man, but cannot get away from two more here on the near sideline. Pulaski and Gannon gang up to bring him down just at about the original line of scrimmage. This is the third deep tailback, Michael Clemens, being utilized by Jimmy Laycock, the head coach here at William and Mary. He has used Scanlon, he has used Michaelo, and he has used Clemens. Third down and 7 from their own 47-yard line for the Tribe of William and Mary. Saunders this time splits right to the far side. Bodner, the tight end, to the top of the screen. Here's the draw to Scanlon. Nothing going. The Blue Hens smell it out. Vaughn Dickinson, the first one to react. The ball came loose, but Scanlon dove back on it. But Vaughn Dickinson quickly reacting for Delaware to close everything down, sliding over from his defensive end spot. And William and Mary will have to punt it away. Rod Lawrence standing inside of his 35-yard line to punt it to Joe Campbell. Campbell, as Lawrence gets it off, Campbell comes up quickly, takes it at the 18, and he is down immediately. Quickly downfield to cover is John Phipps, number 13. He makes the hit on Campbell. And the Delaware offense will come on for the first time here in the second half. Lots of sunshine at William and Mary. They had predicted rain for this area for today, but the rain evidently bypassing Colonial Williamsburg and, for that matter, the Eastern Seaboard. Or I should say the Eastern Shore Board. Here's Cason. He's a block. Doesn't get it, and down he goes. Looking for a block from Reeder. Did not get the block, and getting to him quickly with the hit was 31, Jim McKeffey, the middle guard for William and Mary. The gain is about 2 to the 20-yard line. Well, they're going to say no gain at all, as they had marked the football on the first down at the 19-yard line. Hammond to the far side for the Hens. Higher in motion. Webster throws it. Almost intercepted. Again, McKeffey making the tackle a moment ago, and then the middle guard, the middle linebacker, checking back with the receiver coming across the middle, and he almost picks it off at the 35-yard line. Third down upcoming for Delaware, operating from between their 19 and 20-yard lines. This time Mike Lane is the sprint receiver to the far side. And Reeder, 30, 35, first down for Delaware, out over the 35 to the 37-yard line. Stop finally applied on him by Mark Kelso, the free safety. But Reeder, who chugged his way to 49 yards in the first half, has a major gain for Delaware from the 20 out to the 37-yard line. A quick pickup of 17. His longest gain in the first half was 22 yards. But the Blue Hens, on that third down play, pick up major yardage and have a new set of downs from their own 37. Cason in motion. Inside counter to Merklinger. Merklinger to the 45, skitters down. Somebody got a hand on him, and that somebody is wearing number 82, Drew Sharp. 82, Drew Sharp, getting a hand out and tripping up Merklinger as he skids down to the 44-yard line. Pickup of 8. Second down and 2 upcoming for the Blue Hens. 10:07 on the clock here in the third quarter. 6-6 tie in Williamsburg. Hammond to the near side. Cason in motion. Reeder picks his way, appears to have enough for a first down as he backs the last yard or so. The official says first down for the Blue Hens at their own 48-yard line. First and 10 for Delaware. Reeder achieving it on his short dive. Pontiacus is tight on the far side. Hammond split out about 3 yards here to the near side. Webster under pressure, gets it off, higher, 40. And he is dumped right there at the 40-yard line. Webster was under pressure that time. It came in the personage of Brian Black, but it was a little bit too late as Webster dumps the football off to Hire. And it's good for a first down. The Blue Hens huddle at their 45-yard line. Actually, the William & Mary 45-yard line as Delaware crosses into William & Mary territory on the pass reception. Slot left, Kaysen coming back in motion. Merklinger, 30, 25, pushed out of bounds inside the 23-yard line. Little Johnny Merklinger, all 5'6", 194 pounds. Kelso pushed him out of bounds here on the near side. But Merklinger goes for a first down, and Delaware is on the move here in the third quarter. Our ball game right now is tied at 6-all. Hammond to the far side. Kaysen is the wingback left. Now Hire sets up wingback right. Double wing formation. Reeder carries two green shirts with him. First to hit him as he took the handoff was Bob Crane, the defensive tackle. Crane at 6 foot 225 pounds. He's a junior. Putting the football down inside the 20-yard line at the 19. It is a quick pickup of 4. Second down and 6. Slot right formation. Merklinger is in the slot. Hammond's out there with him. Kaysen, good defensive pressure this time by Crane again. Crane caught on the last play as Delaware was able to penetrate inside the 20-yard line, but this time he reacts a little bit quicker and he knocks the ball carrier off his feet. And Delaware will suffer a short loss back to the 20-yard line. It'll bring up a third down and long 6 from the 20-yard line. Very long 6 as Hammond splits left and Kaysen goes out there with him, and Hire sets up as a wingback right, and now he is going in extended motion. Reeder this time slowed up as he took the handoff. First to get a hand on him was Guy Crittenden, the defensive end, and then he was finished off by the linebacking core of William & Mary. And the Hens coming up to fourth down with the football at the 18-yard line of William & Mary. Bring on Gasson to try a field goal. Mike Lane will do the holding at the 25. 35-yard attempt by Gasson. He was good from 32 a week ago against Westchester. He hits it. It looks good. It is good. There is a timeout on the field with the score. The University of Delaware striking on the field goal of John Gasson from 35. John Gasson, who just connected on a 35-yard field goal, kicks off for Delaware. This one is driving Saunders deep into the end zone. No return as Gasson gets a great foot into it.
Touchback brings the ball to the 20-yard line.
And the touchback will bring the football out to the 20-yard line for William & Mary, where the Indians will take over. Now down to Delaware here in the third quarter. Gasson's 35-yard field goal giving Delaware a 9-6 lead, as you can see on the Bank of Delaware scoreboard. Let's see if Yagiello is still in the quarterback. He is. First string unit still operating with the offense. Yagiello, the fullback, is right. In motion is Saunders. Scanlon, and he is dumped as he crosses the 22-yard line. Robertson got a shoulder into him. So did Vaughn Dickinson, 87 for Delaware. Just a pickup of 3. It'll be second down and 7. Saunders will come out. for William and Mary. And Gillum replaces him. That's at the spread receiver spot. Gillum to the near side, just out of our view. And Bodner now setting up tight to the near side. Bodner, number 19, the touchdown maker for William and Mary, the tight end. Jagiello throws it. Trying to make the diving reception is Gillum here at the 40-yard line, but it just falls incomplete. Covering on the play for Delaware was Jimmy Newfrock. Jagiello in the first half of play was 10 of 16 for 86 yards and the touchdown. The recipient of that was Glenn Bodner, his only reception of the first half. Good for the score for William and Mary. Third down upcoming and 7 from their own 23-yard line. Sutton to the near side. Saunders to the far side. Jagiello under pressure. Dickinson's got him. Vaughn Dickinson blitzing in from his defensive end position, and the sophomore lays the wood to quarterback Stan Jagiello. Dickinson is a sophomore, 6'2", 218-pounder, and he buried in on Jagiello and dumps him for a loss, and Lawrence is going to have to punt it from his own end zone. Delaware will be coming. Low snap, but Lawrence fields it nicely. Now he gets off a low end over kick, and it's going to take a William and Mary bounce. Campbell is going to field it, and he's going to be swarmed under here at the 47-yard line. Low snap from center for Lawrence, but he fielded it nicely, but got off a low kick, end over end, that took a William and Mary roll. And Campbell returns it from about his 44 to the 47-yard line. A 3-yard return for the Blue Hens. They'll set up with a 1st and 10, 5 minutes, 57 seconds remaining to be played here in the third quarter at William and Mary. Delaware leading it at 9-6. Hammond to the near side. Cason is the wingback left. Reeder trying to get away from one man, and now they've got him, and down he's going to go. The initial penetration was put on by Steve Zulli, one of the acting game captains, coming over quickly from his defensive tackle position, big number 99. He's a senior, 6'1", 235-pounder. And there is a loss by Reeder back to the 44.5-yard line. The loss is 3. And it'll be 2nd down, 13. Hammond to the near side. Cason again sets up as the wing back to the far side. Wing back left. Here he comes in motion. Merklinger picking his way nicely. 45 and down to the 42-yard line. Falling on top of him was Mark Kelso, but Johnny Merklinger using his small stature to his advantage as he goes behind the blocking of the big fellows up front. And they include Randy Smith, 65, the left tackle, Doug Barton, 60, the left guard. Let's see if Rossi is back in there. He is not. Rossi is out, and Gary Johansson is now operating as the guard on the right side. Here is Webster rolling. Pressure. Down he goes. In the grasp of Mike Murphy, back at the 48-yard line. Murphy putting the pressure on him as the Indians come quickly on the first down call as Webster tried to roll and look for someone to hit. But the pressure was just too quick, and he is stopped back here at the 48-yard line. Some of the crowd on hand here in Williamsburg. Loss of some 7 yards on first down. 2nd down and 17 from the 48. They are going to give it a Cason inside. He cannot step away from the man who would not let that shoe go. That is number 32, Brian Black. The linebacker on the right side, the senior, just would not let go. Cason gets back just about all of the yardage lost on the previous play. He picks up 6. It'll be 3rd down and 11. And as you can probably tell, the sun, which is beginning to dip here in Williamsburg, shining down brightly on the field. 3rd down and 11. Webster drills it. Hammond, he's got it. 1st down, Delaware at the 27. Hammond with the reception right in front of Mims Hackett. That'll give Delaware new life. The 3rd down pass play complete to Hammond from Webster. He drilled it. Hackett too late to cover. And Delaware will have a first down at the 28-yard line. They mark it. This time Hammond out left to the far side. Merklinger sets up at the wing back here on the right side. Cason is now a wing to the left, and Merklinger in extended motion. Webster, he throws the football, and Cason is looking for a flag. The Delaware coaching staff